boy Mike Mitch Ill. We got a special guest checking in as promised, man. So for real, we in them records. You already know the records, yo. We got the lead singer, Jase4Real over here, man. Jase, what's going on, man? Thanks for tapping in with us.
What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on?
So yeah, man, we over here with Jase4Real, man, lead singer for Soul for Real, man. And you got your latest record, Rather Be. Talk about that record real quick.
So Rather Be is just a one of those records that came from a place of honesty for me. Just like I'd rather be, in a certain place, with a certain one. If you have your one, you know what I'm talking about. But so yeah, it's like that. Rather Be's.
Yeah.
Go check it out. It's self-explanatory.
Absolutely, man. So yo, we're gonna air that right after this interview right here. But any plans for a visual for that record, or you just gonna, just air it out online? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, any
Absolutely.
video.
Actually, we're supposed to be shooting a visual for that this week. We're actually, but like I'm late on it, of course, but
Yeah.
you know how it is being doing this independent thing. But
How is it? How's it going with the independent lane,
it's good. It's good. It's good.
Yeah. So yo, give everybody like your background, like you ain't gotta go far. Like they can actually, Wikipedia so for real, but like, kind of like just run down how you guys
Right.
got your start, linking up with
Mhm.
Uptown Records and Andre Harrell and all that.
So we're blessed to have a support system, and that took us all over the place. That um, led from meeting um, Heavy D in the Bronx at a talent show, and then he have took us to Andre, and Dre took us to his folks in L.A., and we got signed. Basically, one thing, that's pretty much a nutshell of how it went down.
Yeah, before that, were any other labels checking for you? Were there any kind of bidding war prior to actually signing with Uptown?
Uh, I wouldn't know about a bit more, but I know we were through other labels, and we kind of was made a buzz at the time from the. Just like I said, we're blessed to be moving around and have the person.
So
Um,
yeah, Candy
uh,
Rain and every little thing. Those like probably two of y'all biggest records. Did you guys have those records recorded already before you signed with Uptown, or like was that done afterwards?
oh no, no. So I mean, Candy Rain record was. I remember the moment it was kind of like off of a record that my brother had wrote, but they came back with that original, um, blend, should I say, of
Mhm.
what you know as Candy Rain. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it was dope. It was dope. It was magical.
Absolutely, man. I mean, when you
Mhm.
perform those records, do you even gotta like actually say the words? Like, I think you just do crowd participation, hold the mic out, like, yo, sing. You know what I mean? Like, talk about performing them records in 2026. You know what I'm saying? Like, this current era.
It's a blessing. It's just definitely a blessing. Just conduit for the knowledge of what there is furthermore.
Absolutely, man. So, yo, from that era, man, what do you feel like is one song that slept on? Everybody got to
From that
go to
era
so
was
for yeah, like what song is slept on? Everybody go to the go-to records, you know what I'm saying? But like, what one record in your opinion you feel like it's kind of like overlooked as far as like your best records y'all put out?
like slept on from that album Candy Rain.
Yeah,
Uh, hmm. Here we go. come on and spend the night. I
that's
think
why
it's
I asked that
slept on.
question. I feel like yo, you throw that in the on like the
And
late
come
night
on and
slow
spend the
jam
night is
record.
slept on. Like that
Yeah,
had a lot of my brother's creative energy in it, and I think that's important to the what it is we were transformed into. Just from the experience. But
mhm.
yeah, great time.
Yeah. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but like the members of your group, they're all like straight up full-blooded brothers, right? And what's your
Yeah,
relationship with the brothers? How they doing? You know what I mean? What's going on? You know what I mean?
yeah,
The rest
for
of the group
sure.
and your brothers.
For sure. Shout out to the bros. You already know. We all still
Mhm.
here.
Yeah. How about them? Like, they got anything going on? I know you're doing your solo thing. A lot of you kind of just like chilling right now. Like, are any of them doing their own thing as well, like yourself?
Yes, yes, I'm definitely, and I know there is. Yep, yep. Got a restaurant in Vegas, Rock. My brother works on a bunch of different stuff. I don't even know. He's G14 classified. I don't
Uh,
know that guy. But
uh, so yeah, I
you
got
know,
this. I got a nostalgia question, man. So being with Uptown Records in that era, man. I mean, that roster was crazy. Mary J. Blige, Jodeci, I'll Be Sure, Guy. We could go on Heavy D, of course. Monifa, you know what I'm saying? Like, talk about that era, man. And like, was there a lot of like, pressure, putting out them hits? You guys delivered, but like, be a part of that movement right there. Talk about that a little bit.
I mean, pressure. It was fun at the time back then. I mean, that was at the time it was new back then. You know what I'm saying? So it was really the pressure wasn't on that creative side. That was the fun part, but the pressure would have been just working, and doing the physical labor of it, and being young in it. So
Yeah.
like, that kind of forces you to grow up type shit. But
Yeah,
excuse my
man.
language.
So now all good, man. So like, yo, when you started, what you was like in your teens, your 12, adolescent, you know what I mean? Like, and who did you look up to?
Yeah,
Because I was watching like an old video. It might have been all in my mind. It was kind of the video, kind of a play on Jackson 5. Like when you was young, you kind of looked like a young Michael. You know what I'm saying? With all due respect, you know what I'm saying? Like, what was
that
that
was just
like?
I think that was the afro. They had us like they had us looking like a freaking 4 pack of Craig Max, with the afros and shit. But that was the hairstyle at the time and shit. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah. Like, yo, you know what I'm saying? You felt like you guys were packaged right as a group back then. Like, I mean, of course,
Yeah,
it worked
facts.
out, but like,
Yeah, no, a lot. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was definitely the right change. You can't, I
mhm,
can't, I
right.
can't. I never disrespect my blessings. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm. Now, you getting started as a youngin, and as you grow into, I mean, the age you are now, like, was it that challenge, like, with your voice changing, what I mean, going from adolescent to, what I mean, a grown man, like, you had to, like, kind of get back in the lab, like, what was that
Oh,
like?
it was terrible. It was terrible. The voice changing stage. Jeez,
Yeah,
there was a lot of but good thing, it was at a time where you couldn't see it. But I
yeah,
guess whatever. It birthed the things that we transformed into. You know what I'm saying? So we
yeah,
good.
yeah, man. We over here, Jase4Real, man, so for real.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, so like, all you hear all these stories about the groups that were like popping in the '90s and everything like that. I ain't trying to count your pockets and nothing like that, but like, yo, did you feel like you got like, a raw deal, or did they take care of you? You hear about TLC, you hear about, Jodeci, you hear about other groups kind of getting a bad contract coming out the gate. Do you experience any of that?
Um, I mean, I feel like understand what a 360 deal is. It's not for me to pay attention to. We didn't do it then, so I shouldn't do it now. Really, I
Hmm.
don't feel like that. I'm kind of always been ahead of my time as a youngin',
Hmm.
but like I don't feel like spreading that energy on what that was. A lot of it's just part of the business, and when you do know, and you move different. So you know, that's just all what that is. We here now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, we here now. So let's get back to what you got going on currently. Any plans for
Mm-hmm.
like an EP, a project? You got the Rather Be record. Is that part of an album, another project?
Facts, the conduit to a path, a little avenue. You know what I'm saying? Like we've been out here for a little minute. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I'll never stop doing music now. It's just something I do, but it's like, you know,
Yeah,
it's a
absolutely.
lot of things I want to be doing. So,
So when you kind of took the
yeah.
solo route for a minute, what's that one record you'll point to, like, the fans out there, like, yo, go check that. You know what I mean? What's that one record that you did by
All
yourself?
right. Right,
Yeah.
right now, I just dropped. We campaigning on a record I just dropped called "Rather Be." Go
Mhm.
check that out. Hopefully, throw that in rotation. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we're gonna
Let
hit
them
we gonna
feel
hit
the, you know. But just besides that, it's just to me, I'm all over the place creatively, and I think it's just the beginning, not the beginning, but the beginning of you know how they say like you might have some songs that's old to you, but it's new to new ears type shit. So,
Yeah, yeah,
excuse.
absolutely. Mhm. So yeah, are you currently touring any shows? My man just said recently, man, like he live out in Houston. He told me you was out there just recently. Like, any tours, any shows upcoming for yourself?
Yeah, we should be doing some spot dates here soon. Uh, it's not all the way put together, but they're working on a tour. It's a tour, some tours coming up.
Mhm.
Um, I'm definitely about to do a few release parties for my new single in about 4 different cities. So we're gonna have fun with that. Yeah, so you can look forward to a lot. It's all posted on my in my bio, on my social media and stuff like that. You
All
know?
right. I don't know if you try to keep it on the wraps, but like what I mean, we got a worldwide audience out here, what I mean? Like, can you name those 4 cities or you kind of keep it on the wraps right now to further notice?
We probably do home, Atlanta, Cali, we gonna figure it out. It's just up in the air, like right now. Like, it's just kind of solid up in the air, like kind of.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. So yo, get back to the group, man. Like, yo, were there any plans? And if I overlook some, let me know, man. But like any plans for like a doc, what I mean, documentary or project kind of chronicling like the whole story of So For Real?
Facts, and that's a lot of the time why I be very kind of vague about putting certain information out there because I know that I just don't want to get into. I know nowadays it's a different type of wave on the intimacy between artists and their fans, but I'm old school, and you know, it's gonna be all right there in the doc that you was just mentioning it, and it's that it's been being worked on for quite some time.
Okay.
But yeah,
Okay.
facts. Yeah,
Yeah. Any
facts.
potential like release date or it's still kind of up in the air?
I think it's come to a head this year.
Okay. Yeah, man, we definitely gonna keep our eyes peeled out with that, man. Yeah, we over here, Jase, so for real. So, like, what's your thoughts on the current R&B game? Like, do you feel like artists should adapt, or kind of, do you kind of find yourself harkening back to 90s R&B? That's a thing. What's your thoughts on the current state of the game with R&B?
Well, when I was a young and I always looked at the elders like, how that shit, how it is, excuse me, when you you know, how you look at the old, but so I learned from that and I'm like, I'm not gonna be that
Mm,
old, stuck in your way type thing. So I'm with the adaptation of
okay.
things, you know what I'm saying? However, I do have my you know, tastes and preferences and, all this type of things,
Yeah, I always ask a lot of
with
artists that we.
music.
Yeah, I always like to ask, a lot of artists that are R&B artists. Where do you think that shift happened? There's no more like R&B groups anymore. Male or female.
Oh yeah, there's a
The
few of
sound
them
like
coming back. It's they it's a few I see some things going on out there like they're trying to bring it back. You know. But I
yeah,
believe that the cycles of life it's always gonna reignite when it comes to that type of
mhm,
R&B. You can't keep that type of harmony. Where real R&B is from.
yeah.
Can't keep that down for too long. It's just a fact.
Hey man, maybe I'm just showing my age, man. I just miss like R&B artists putting out baby making music, man. I feel like that's
Right.
far in between now. Ain't nobody coming out with that. You got some of those records in the chamber that you coming out with, you know what I mean, for this upcoming year?
Absolutely, absolutely. I've these last few are kind of. I've been on my motivational music for a while now
Mhm.
because I feel like kind of that's what the times need. You reflect what you're with, the times, and as an artist, what's up, So
Yeah,
I try to do that, but in my growth anyway. But
yeah.
yeah. that's where I'm at with that.
Hey yo, man, we all like kind of jealous of y'all dudes that can sing, man. Cause like if I could sing, I'll be over there, you know what I mean, playing my own slow jams when I'm getting in. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, what like you know what I'm saying? You ever do that? And then on top of that, man, like, yo, what's like your biggest superstar moment? We at your pinnacle, you know what I'm saying? Where like nobody could tell you nothing. You know, kind of give us like some like, you know, some classics, some, you know what I mean, stories from that era.
Well, mm, mm, I mean, for the balanced sense of the word humble, I've always been, you
Mhm.
know, in that light. But if you ask me, uh, haven't had many of those. But like I've been protected, I guess, as a youngin in my growth and path of where I'm at and where I come to now. I haven't, you know, I haven't. It's not. That's not what time it is. I'm kind of be careful what you wish for. Sometimes, there's a wave where you're not the, you're not that. Like you could go outside. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like you know what I'm saying
Yeah.
without the being bothered and stuff. But like you know, we still here.
Yeah. Absolutely. So yo,
We
man,
still
like, so yo, talk about like you know some interactions with Heavy D, man. I love Heavy D, man. Waterbed Hev,
respect.
rest in peace. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, kind of talk about Heavy D
Respect.
and his influence on y'all, man.
Just a good brother, man. So definitely just I can't say nothing bad about him.
Mhm.
Rest in peace. Um, he gave us, he put us, he shed the light on us. You know what I'm saying? So nothing golden. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what you might have heard, but
Yeah,
that's where my heart is at with that. But,
yeah, yeah,
and
absolutely.
great person, great
Yeah,
person.
man. Rest in peace, Heavy D, man.
Right.
Any interaction with Puff? Gotta ask, man. You know what I'm saying? I know the climate's crazy for him
Very
right
light,
now. Man.
very,
Very,
very light interaction with Puff. I don't think, and if any, you know what I'm saying.
okay.
Even though we did work together from paths, but
Mhm.
um, you know,
Okay. Well, I mean, speaking of that, like, you know, a lot of people forget that Biggie was signed to Uptown. Any interaction with B.I.G. at all?
yeah, yeah, yeah. I never forget meeting him, and I met him one time in L.A. Man, he was cool. He was a cool dude. He was having fun. Let's just say he was fucking having a ball.
Uh,
Excuse me, damn,
yeah, yeah, we
excuse me.
live. Come on, Jake. Yo, y'all ain't hear that. Yo, phone back FCC.
Mm,
Yeah, we over here, man.
I'm
Jase4Real,
sorry.
man. For
I'm
real,
sorry.
man. So,
Bears.
yo, when you put out to like your new records and everything like that, like how like you know the fans of like you know the early days of Soul4Real, how have they been receiving your records? You know what I'm saying? When you put those new records out by yourself, you know, for like fans from the Soul4Real days.
Well, I mean, the reception of it just depends on the push behind it, and I'm very careful about what I'm doing as an independent. So it does what we're doing what we do in our pace, but it's a turn up. You know,
Yeah.
we are. You can expect the feature of it.
Mhm. So yeah, man. Hey yo, like I was telling you off air, man. The one I like that record. You had the Mob D joint on that joint. It's tough, man.
So
Hey
don't
yo, yo,
that was fun. That was fun. That was
yeah,
a shout out to my you know what what I like to listen to. Like, so I was just really having fun when I was doing that back then.
hey yo, what was that one record out of like either the Soul4Real days or your solo days, man, where it was like, you know what, this might not be it, but it wound up being a smash. You know, you hear about that all the time with artists. You know, it'll be that one record, and you're like, I'm not sure about it. I don't want to let it out the cage, whatever. But then you let it out, and it wound up being more successful than you thought. Has that ever occurred with you?
Um, you mean outside of um,
Outside of the
not,
group, or well, with the group or without the group? You know, just any, just your career in general.
a
Mm.
few times, yeah. Few with a few records actually, yeah. But you know, You would know. You just and you if you know, you know. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
You know, I hear that.
Yeah,
So yo,
Google.
kind of let's
Google.
dig it. Let's kind of get into your solo career a little bit more, man. Like when did you decide to put out your solo work? Like what year was that? And kind of talk about, just a
So
discography of your own records.
so decided to drop for the first time in 2010. Had a lot going on. A lot of my music that I did drop in and out has my brothers involved. Um, you know, I just kind of my mission statement. My mission statement is was and still is family. You know what I'm saying? Oriented. So yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
So yo,
definitely.
mhm. So getting back to the Uptown days, man, like Andre Harrell, man, what was it like kind of working with him? I know you kind of went your separate ways at some point, but at the height of Soul for Real, what was it like working for Andre Harrell?
Mm, he had us busy.
Mhm.
It was fun, but it definitely became work. You know,
Mhm.
um, yeah, it's good times. It's the good old days.
Yeah. So with these current records, man, like, do you got like a team of production, or how you handle your, the producing side of it and the songwriting side of it?
Say again.
So with your current records you putting out now, who's handling the production? Who's handling the songwriting? I know you're a songwriter yourself. Kind of
Oh
talk
yeah,
about
yeah,
the process of the records you're putting out now.
yeah. So I'm definitely involved in heavy in the production of the records and writing and whatnot. But nowadays I'm really on kind of isolating to um the producer or the entity that works.
Mhm.
You know, for what the you know
Nah, absolutely.
uh, preferred perspective is. I mean, that focus. You know what I'm saying? What we focused on. So we it's a few. I just keep it narrowed it down. You know what I'm saying? So nowadays,
So yo, what kind of endeavors you got going on outside of music, if any? What you got going on outside of, me putting out these records?
oh, a lot of things. They say chase your dreams.
Mhm.
It's a journey. But how they also say like kind of don't want to like put that out there right now, but like there's a lot of good things that's exciting that I'm at the crest of involved in being involved in. But yeah, um, building shit like the materials and it's different. It's boring stuff. We don't want to talk about that
Nah,
right
look
now.
down with it. So yeah, man. So yo, Jase, let everybody know how they can stay in tune with what you got going on when you putting out new projects, new records. Give everybody your socials. How they stay in touch with you and exactly what you got going on.
Tap in with me at Jase4Real, JASE number 4REAL everywhere. And yeah, um, I'd rather be. Where would you rather be? You better come on over here with me.
Well,
Now tap in. Now tap in.
yeah. So we gonna get into that record, man. Yo, Jase, again, thank you for tapping in, man. Like, yo, I would have asked my 12-year-old self, 13-year-old self, I'll be over here interviewing, what I mean, the lead singer,
Mhm.
So For Real, man, be crazy. So, what I mean, one for the books
No
for me,
doubt.
man. So yeah, man, I appreciate you, man. We're gonna get into your record and we're gonna play the one record, with that Mob D beat. Before we get into it, man, anything else you want to say to the people while I cue the record up?
Just keep going. Just keep going.
All right, man. So yo, we're gonna get into it, man. Not from now.